All right. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. It's a cold start to the day, but we are going to be dealing with that for the rest of your Thursday. Um, One moment, we've got a technical difficulty here. One second. We're back, everyone. I've got Kara here to help me with our technical problem.
What are we?
I guess it's at route 2.
A lot of buttons to press. Need. Is that the one that you needed on?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
There? We're good?
Yes, we're good.
Yay. Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Thank you, Kara. Okay. Getting back to the weather now. Yes. We're just dealing with cloudy skies for the time being. Definitely a lot cooler. Stepping out the door this morning, temperatures were in the low 40s, and they're still really not that much warmer. Still sitting at 44. We do have a little bit of a breeze coming out of the north at 12 miles an hour right now, feeling more like 38 degrees. And it's pretty much going to be the case for the rest of today. Maybe see a little bit more sunshine later on in the day, but overall going to be pretty quiet for our Thursday. Also on the dry side, so not going to need to worry about the rain gear today. Tomorrow going to be still a little bit cooler stepping out the door for your Valentine's Day on Friday, but we're going to warm up into the low 60s, pretty seasonal for this time of year. Although Friday night could see a few scattered showers, maybe a rumble of thunder, but we're not expecting any kind of severe weather with that for your Valentine's Day on Friday. Now, Saturday, a very different story. We're going to be talking about not only warmer temperatures, but we've got strong storms on the way for your Saturday into Saturday night. Pretty much the overnight hours is where it's looking like. We do have that enhanced risk for pretty much all of central and southwest Mississippi, which is a level 3 out of 5 for the potential of those stronger storms. Where we're expecting the time frame right now anywhere between 7 p.m. till about 3 a.m. Sunday morning. And the severe storms are going to be likely. That does include the risk for tornadoes, damaging winds, the more likelihood with these storms that do reach those severe limits. But again, tornadoes are looking more likely, at least at this point in time. So let's time out this chance for you. Again, it's Friday night, a few isolated showers possible, but not going to be severe by any means. I would just keep the umbrella with you if you have any Valentine's Day plans in the evening. We'll stay mostly dry for the overnight hours and heading into your Saturday morning. Can't completely rule out a few spritz and sprinkles, but the bulk of the storms will be more so in the evening and overnight hours. So by the time 7 o'clock rolls around, we're going to keep a close eye on some of these we call them discrete cells because they're not associated with that main line that's expected later on in the overnight hours. So, but we are going to continue watching those discrete cells ahead of the main line, because if they do reach severe limits, they could tap into that potential to those ingredients, I should say, to become severe before that main line moves in Saturday night. And we're going to be dealing with this again heading into the overnight hours. By the time midnight rolls around, that main line will be moving into the I-55 corridor, although it does look pretty widespread, at least with this model run heading into the overnight hours. And then that line will eventually move further off to the east by around 2-3 o'clock in the morning. And then we're just going to be left with mostly dry conditions by the time you wake up on Sunday. But as that line moves in, there could be the potential for embedded tornadoes. Again, there's also that chance for tornadoes with those discrete cells that I was just talking about. So when we're talking about the tornado energy, this is our latest model run. Again, that's still going to be, it's on the lower end, but it is still there by this is around 6 o'clock on Saturday evening, and it still sticks with us even after sunset, heading into 11 p.m. Midnight, heading into Sunday morning, and that still will be with us. Now, one little change from yesterday, at least with this model and in this model run, is a little bit less compared to what it was looking like yesterday. But again, this is just using one of our longer range models. Our high resolution models haven't necessarily got into the time frame yet where we can start to use that data, but that will change later on today. But this is just what our most recent model runs are showing. And there's definitely a little bit of a difference heading into today compared to yesterday, but it's still important to stay vigilant, stay weather aware. More than likely, this will change. I almost would say 100% that this will change over the next couple of days as our high resolution models will start to get into that time frame. Where we can start to really nail down and fine tune the forecast for your Saturday. But as I mentioned, that line will move in by around midnight along the I-55 corridor. Still looks to be pretty widespread all over central Mississippi. And then eventually it moves off to the east by around 3 o'clock Sunday morning. So that's what it's looking like when it comes to the severe potential, the ingredients needed for any of these storms to become tornadic. Again, we're going to keep a close eye on this over the next day or so. And we'll definitely start to fine tune the details. But again, timing right now looks anywhere between 7 p.m. and 3 a.m. Sunday morning. After that front moves in, we've got a dramatic drop in the temperatures. We're talking lows starting out in the 20s, highs only making it to the low 50s, eventually the 40s and 30s for afternoon highs later on next week. So definitely a very drastic change compared to what we have been seeing for the beginning of February. So we're definitely going to be a lot colder next week, more so well below average for a good portion of next week. But until then, we're just going to keep a close eye on Saturday. Again, First Alert Weather Day is in place for your Saturday. And make sure that you have that free First Alert Weather app, the QR code there on your screen. Great tool to have, especially to stay up to date on the latest as we get more updates. We continue to post push alerts to update you on the forecast and what it's looking like heading into the weekend. But for the time being, just going to be relatively quiet for your Thursday. Still going to be a little bit on the cold side where highs only top out in the 40s. Going to feel more like the low 40s and upper 30s for today. Maybe some sunshine later on in the afternoon, but overall it's going to be relatively dry and breezy today. A little bit more seasonal for your Friday, Valentine's Day, with some showers later on Friday night. And then again, Saturday, we're expecting that strong cold front to move in, bringing in that chance for some stronger storms. So that's all I have for you today. Again, we'll continue to keep you updated throughout the rest of today on that storm thread, and we'll make sure to tune into our later newscast for all of those updates for the rest of your Thursday. Have a great day.